Good morning, MBAs. It's Wednesday, the 8th of May. Where is this month going? Right. In the diary, it says, badly spelled, competition day. But we have two competitions currently running. And in order to avoid confusion, and of course, to prevent those things dying, we're not going to have a competition today because I want to solve the first two. So we still have two copies of this, which I have now read. It's kind of not a reading book, but it's I've been through it. So um, Daniel Disney's pre-release book. Like I can't begin to. I mean, I've used some of these already. So ideas for LinkedIn. So I've got two copies of that to give away. And that is as simple as somebody joining the MBA that you invited and they tag you. So that is it. So it's hardly a difficult competition. And that's 2 weeks old now, that competition. So we'd love to see those go in a jiffy bag and in the post. That's one each, one for you and one for whoever turns up at the door to join the group. So it's kind of a win-win-win. So everybody wins. So that's the first one. And then last week, which was very telling, was your 60-second pitch, 150 words or less, into the chat. And I think we had one. So, which I think was somebody saying that they were working on it. So I'm going to take that one off. So we'll do another competition. We're going to take that one away until such times as we have run an MBA networking meeting. So which is on the card. So I am going to do networking meetings. Not face to face yet. Just let's see how we grow as a group. But we are going to do MBA networking via Zoom. And it is in the diary rotating, but until we get enough numbers, it's kind of pointless. So we need a good number of people in here. There are so many things. Anyway, once we've got the networking going, then we can revisit the elevator pitch and the sales pitch or the networking pitch. So some other things I'm going to start doing a bit like tip of the day, but once a week I'm going to do an inspirational or motivational post. So during my travels day to day, I get in front of a lot of business people, and I know people are struggling, and we as business owners will put on a persona that everything is dandy and everything is good. And one of my things that I talk about biggest mistakes that networkers make is that they tell lies. And I mean that to sound disruptive, but basically they stand up and say everything is great. And going back 15 years, I can remember scratching the frost off my windscreen and getting in a car and sitting in front of people at 6 o'clock in the morning, and they stand up and say everything is dandy. And I think, well, why are you here then? So, things can't be that great. So anyway, yeah, so no competition today. We have two books to give away. The elevator pitch kind of landed on stony ground and was very much a tumbleweed competition. So I will put together a competition for next week that is a bit more engaging for you, and maybe something that's a bit more exciting from a reward perspective. Keep the add and tag post going. They seem to create some momentum and some interest. If you know anybody in our group that is on level 1, and there are a few of them, give them a little nudge. So because we're not on the social platforms, it's very easy for, you basically have to come back in. So, and I don't know how many of you have turned off some of your notifications. I have. So because by default, it floods you with information. So because we're not inside that social platform and we're not on the feed, you've got to make a conscious choice to come here. And I'm not going to be chasing after people. My job is to create enough interest for you to want to be here. So, and I know those of you that are on level 5 take great value both from the contribution that you can make, but also because that's how you're leveling up, but also from what you draw from the contribution of others. So I know that based on 21 people, what this environment is like. I know that once we hit 50, it's going to be incredible. So yesterday on my Facebook feed, I had a post pop up saying that we'd hit 1,000 members in the MBA, which I shared on Facebook, and I know a couple of you very kindly have commented on that post. Go dig it out. It's on my feed. Feel free to share it, but certainly to comment on it and get the algorithm going. So yeah. And lastly, it's a bit of a catch-up day. The event for next Friday is now has a Zoom link. Please register for that so that I know how many of you are coming. You will be able to watch it post-event. But one of the things that I want to be able to do is allocate some time for your questions, which we can't really do post-event. So, but if you're there, of course, we can go into a room environment and we can go around the room. And during the course of the presentation, because it's interactive, there'll be some worksheets for you to fill in, and we can do some of that as we go through. We will be doing some of that as we go through each of these departments. So the idea is that when I press end, you have something in front of you that you can action. So I might do another video just on our event for next week. But the most important thing is the Zoom link is up. Please do all it asks for is your name and your email. But it just is my way of knowing how many people are coming. Would love to see some people join the group to come to that event. The next event I'm going to do, if you've stayed through till 7 minutes on this video, I'll tell you the next event I'm going to do for you is a big 25. So we'll then, depending on how that goes, we'll do a big 50. And who knows, we might do an online big 100. So I do 3 days online training, like 3 days back to back. In fact, it's often night shift back to back. And it's basically 4 hours per shift, and it's very doable to do a day, because I can do 3 days back to back, and the delegates don't ever come back and say that it was too much. So because we break it into 2 hours, we take a 15-minute break, we then do 2 hours, and we do that over 3 days. So we could do as much as a big 50. I don't know if we'll get a big 100 because that's a long day to do online, but we'll see. But the next event after the 6 departments is a big 25. So we'll bang out 25 one-liners that are business tips to help you and your business that are for 2024. Already got them, so we're ready to go. So that'll be in June. Right, have a fabulous hump day. I'm going to do, as I promised, a inspirational or motivational post every week. Hump day seems the most appropriate day to do that, so I will get that up for you today. Feel free to ask your questions and post up your own inspiration or motivational quotes too. I'm here to provide content the same as you. It's your MBA. So anyway, competition's still live. Do get somebody in here that will tag you so that you can both get a nice jiffy bag in the post from Ian. Have a great day. We'll catch up with you again soon. Bye for now.